You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You
The
literally.
brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. We had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks.
Yo, my doing? King Dingbat here, and welcome to day 5 of practice, and welcome to full pads as we are hitting today. What is going on, everybody? How you guys doing? It is early in the morning for me. It is 6:30 morning. I'm dead, still trying to wake up. But what is happening? Dave Dust, what's up? AC Fit 79, Joel, KGK, Ill Skills, what's up? Brandon says, hope Dallas doesn't realize their backup quarterback is way better than Dak. They don't. The Titans cut their first round pick. Yeah, we saw that. What's going on, Dinari, 68, Monte, Trav, Donnie, Mike. Thank you for being here. Clark, thank you, man, for the super chat, my man. Coffee and Eagles training camp, right? I got my coffee right over there. Thank you so much, man, for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Jeff, what's going on? Filioso, my man, what's happening? Mike, Nick Marchetti, Big D. Thank you guys for being here. Hector, thank you, man. Anybody I missed, I apologize. Let's jump right into it, man. Eagles at practice. Let me see here. There we go. This thing's acting weird. So let's get right into practice. I want to go right to the injury report. Well, there you got DeJean and Quinion Mitchell doing drills before just a little while ago. Dory Jackson. Here's our will not practice. Eagles injury report today. Jeez, we got a lot of people. Will not practice. We've got Bond not practicing, back contusion. He was walking around. He looked fine. Danny Grayfinger just cut the mother humper off. Andrew Makuba, shoulder. We knew he wasn't going to practice. There's no way they were going to practice him today. Devontae Smith, back tightness. So he's not practicing again today. Nolan Smith, concussion. Where the hell did that come from? Damn. Nolan Smith, concussion. Jahad Campbell, limited shoulder. Carter, limited shoulder. Jurgens, limited back. Smile Mondone, illness. So basically, you've got Vaughn, Nolan Smith added to basically yesterday's list. And that's what we have here right now. When did Nolan Smith get a concussion? What the hell? Let's look for some highlights here. There you go. DB drills, it looks like. That's crazy. Morning, Danielson. What's going on? William, what's happening? Fly Eagles 85 says, what's up, my guy? What's going on, man? Jubby, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? I look for some good practice, good hitting today. Good morning, everyone. Focus on going 5-0 to me. That is the highlight of the season. The first 5 games are playoff games. If they start off 5-0, yeah, you're right. They're gonna run the table easy because that's the hardest part, I think, too. Because one, they don't play a lot of preseason. You got a lot of good teams early. I agree with you. Broomstick, Dak, right? Oh, I forgot the clip. I'll load it up. Jeffrey, what's going on? Man, I don't know what Nolan Smith got a concussion. What the hell did he do? Did he run into a wall? Man, these injuries are concerning. They don't. The thing with the injuries, I'll say, they don't really look that bad. Honestly, they seem like a lot of it is precautionary injuries. Like Zach Bond was, he was moving okay earlier. So I don't think these are all too serious. I think that on a day like this where you're going to put the pads on and you're actually going to hit, anybody not feeling 100, don't play them, 500, I can't find anything on the concussion for Nolan. Well, yeah, we'll find out what happened. Can I get my wrench dingbat? Sure. Jay Master says, how is cornerback 2 looking? Cornerback 2 is a bit of a controversy right now. A lot of people are worried about Adoree Jackson. So I don't know. I don't know what to think, Here's Zach Bond and Dean hanging out earlier. They're not practicing, so they're in their shirts. Dak threw a pick six when hoping on that. Oh yeah, it's hot. So the Eagles are practicing an hour earlier. That's why we're on now. Usually they start practice at 10. They pushed it earlier to 9 because of the heat, which means I have to get up at 4:30 to do this. Ringo's not should have kept Slay. Dude, Slay might wind up coming back. Here, working on kickoffs earlier. Hey, Philly, got a question. Do you think we make a training camp trade move before the season? Nothing big, but how I think so. But I don't think it. I think it'll be at least weeks 2 or weeks 3. Shout out to Elliot Shore Parks. This is his Twitter. So definitely go give him a follow. I live in Florida. It's always hot down there. Yeah, it is. Now Rodgers was interesting because Rodgers was signed a 2-year deal with Minnesota at $8 million. So $4 million a year. They could have signed him if they wanted him. I don't think they really liked him. I'm just being honest. I don't think they really liked him. Otherwise, you go and you get him. It's weird. Is Slay going to get cut? I don't think Slay will get cut, but if it'll be interesting, like if Pittsburgh, let's say they're not doing good and they don't look like they're going to be contenders at the deadline, will they say to Slay, look, you're playing one more year. Do you want to go back to a competitor? Could that happen? Something like that. I do wonder. But we can't over panic right now. That's the one thing. We've got to not over panic. Here's Jihad Campbell working out. I showed that earlier with Bond. No, you're good. Mike, it's early. It's early. What is up, Barbie the Dot Prince on YouTube? Ref Taco says that they started early today. Is JC still out? No, Carter's practicing. What's up, Chris Scott? How are you? Good morning, you beautiful Evers. Go Birds. Yes, go Birds is right, Frank. A repeat is on the line. We're going to repeat. Don't worry. We will repeat. This is those guys walking out practice earlier. Are the Lions? I think the Lions and the Rams to me are the biggest threat. Yeah, I think those are the two biggest threats in the NFC. These men get back in football shape. Muscle spasms, weather. Yeah. Oh, Gilmore signed with the Cards yesterday. I didn't want Gilmore anyways. Chef says, just finished 2-hour workout. Now I'm going to listen during my cardio. Very cool, my man. Mean Metal, what's going on, man? How are you? Our cornerback 2 is Adoree Jackson. We're going to repeat. Sure hope. Oh, you're right, bro. Listen, I don't think Adoree Jackson's as bad as everybody thinks. I'm not saying he's the end-all, be-all. I'm just saying, I think he's better than people think. I think he could be competent. Plus, the Eagles can make a move. Yeah, Robinson, you hear, he looks like an absolute beast, man. That's what I've heard. What's up, Jenks? No, he didn't sign. It was his son. Oh, his son. 5 thoughts on the news, Ty Robinson. No, I think a lot of times when you're dealing with the defensive line and the offensive line, if you're not in pads and you're not hitting, I think it's very hard to judge those guys. I do. Chris Scott, I remember for 47 months ago, did you see Brokeback Mountain riding the stick? By the way, D. Newsom will be here in a trade. Newsom in a trade. Interesting. I did see it. I have it somewhere. How you feel about Jalen Carter having a great sophomore? Oh, Jalen Carter's going to be a bull. He's going to bowl out. But he's in his third year now. Adoree Jackson can run and started many games. He's better than Ringo. We know that. They obviously feel like he is. You know? They obviously feel like that. Let's see if we got any updates here. I imagine drills are going to start soon. BBC, what's going on, my man? We got 361 Mother Humpers in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. I appreciate everybody being here. I know it's early, but it is really early, man. 6:41 for me. Whew. You got some more tackling drills. They got tackling drills going on. Rams and Cowboys will beat Adoree Jackson like a drum. How are they going to stop the run? How are they going to stop the run? See, this is the thing. Like, you got to be able to, if you want to beat the Eagles, you can make some passes, you can make some plays, but if you can't stop the run, you can't beat the Eagles. I don't think the Lions or the Rams are built to beat the run. You're the man for Get Up Early 5. Thank you, Jimbo. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. We need 500 to start an IV just to get coffee drop. I got a coffee right here, my man. My little Eagles Super Bowl mug. It's the only cup I'll drink out of right now. Nicholas, what's going on? He goes, what's up, 500? Are you excited about the first day of full pad practice today? I know I am. This will help determine the real football players are and who deserve to make this. Yeah, I'm very excited. I really am excited because I want to see how the line looks, you know, especially the defensive line as a whole. I think that's going to be interesting. So I want to see that. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Good news. Good news. Look at this. We just got an update. Keely Ringo starts out at corner with Quinion. Adoree Jackson was there last 3 practices. DeJean at safety in base, then to nickel, and Sidney Brown at safety. So that is great news. See, this is what I'm saying. Everybody's panicking because of 3 days. You don't know if Vic Fangio this is how he's scheduled for those guys to compete and start. But Ringo is starting. All right, that's a huge thing. That means that the job hasn't been won yet. It's never been decided. That people are jumping to conclusions. I've been hearing a lot about running back for Florida. He's turning. Yeah, I've heard. I forget his name, but yeah, I've heard too. But see, to me, it's hard to judge running backs when you don't tackle, when you don't have. So hopefully we'll see something on the running backs. It's early 500. Going to have trials looks. Exactly. Yeah, old Johnny Ringo. I always call him Johnny Ringo. Positive note for it's huge. It's huge. It just shows you that just because Adoree Jackson started 3 practices in a row, that could have just been the plan. Let's start out day 1 practice with Ringo. Then we'll give Adoree Jackson a couple days. Then we'll go back to Ringo. That's all they're doing. That's a good sign. Now we want him to have a great practice. That would be the icing on the cake, you know. Let's see what other updates we can find. That's great. That's great news. All right, here we got Elliot Shore Parks with some stuff here. Let's pull that up. So he says, Ringo starting defense today. Jahad Campbell getting first team reps with Bond out, back contusion. So Campbell's getting first team reps today with Bond out. That means it's Jihad Campbell and Trotter. Reed Blankenship just threw Saquon to the ground after a run and then immediately helped him up. Yeah, you better help him up. I sent Ringo some encouragement on IG. Hope he sees it. Yeah, that's cool. We should cheer that the best player starts. Absolutely agreed. But the best case scenario would be for your draft pick and young guy who's going to be there long term to win the job. Campbell's a stud. Campbell about to go crazy, right? Herbert's a big time choker, dude. Rob Jones, Terrence Steele, and Tyler Guyton all injured in the Cowboys. Cowboys are always injured. They're soft, man. Cowboys are a soft team. That's their biggest problem. All right, let's see what else we can find here. Zach Berman says Josh Uche is first up at edge rusher in Nolan Smith's place. Campbell's with first team in Bond's place. Ringo's getting first work with the first team today. That is great news. No, it's still early. Absolutely. Ringo has 1 year left. Well, if he earns it, they'll sign him. That's a good thing about Fangio. He doesn't care about where a player's drafted or politics. He will start whoever earns it. He sure will. And we learned that last year. Lamar Jackson, I agree. I think he does choke in the playoffs too. I think Lamar, I think Dak, I think Justin Herbert. I think those guys all got to prove they can win the big games. I don't. He heard it at the end of practice. We don't know to what extent. I don't think it's too bad, but it made sense. Like if he wasn't going to practice yesterday, they're not going to let him go in full pads today. The question is can Makumba be back on Thursday? That's what we want. Tomorrow they got a closed to media walkthrough, so I won't be live tomorrow. But yeah, interesting. All right, so Elliott Park says, Hurts with the touchdown pass to Will Shipley from about 10 yards out over the middle of the field. See, I expect the offense to be better today. I think they'll actually be better today because he got the pads on. I think the way they practice, I think it favors the defense until you get the pads on. Interesting. So Will Shipley scores a touchdown. I like Shipley. Cornerbacks never get paid in this team. Bradbury, Slay entering the final year got both paid 10 plus. Well, Slay, I mean, when they signed Slay, it was one of the top cornerback signings. I don't know what you mean. I mean, they've paid corners. What do you mean? They've done a horrible job drafting corners. DeJean is a safety we're looking for. See, this is my scenario, right? And this is my biggest concern right now. If you have a problem at safety, like let's say Makuba can't stay on the field or he's not ready, I don't trust Sidney Brown a lot. I think their only choice is to move DeJean to safety to make up for that spot. I think Dotson's going to have a big year, So it's interesting how that's going to play out. We need Makuba to be the guy. We really do. Jeez. Here's a question for you guys. Elliot Park says Jahan Dotson with a really nice route 1-on-1 versus Dory Jackson. Kick his ass. Jahan Dotson's going to be much better this year for us because he's had a whole off season. I think at the end of last year, in the playoffs especially, I think he started to gain the trust of Jalen. Johnny Wilson with the drop on one-on-ones. Can you imagine Johnny Wilson dropping balls? Jeez. I don't know, man. From what it sounds like so far at camp, Johnny Wilson has been unimpressive, dude. I mean, I haven't heard him make a play yet. 500 for 250,000. Would you pay running back for us? Would you play running back for us? To get the money, you need 9 carries. Yeah, I'll play. I just need 9 carries versus the Ravens defense. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll be the oldest running back ever to play in the NFL, but I'll do it. Wilson might get cut. He might. WIP never. What are they saying now? Wilson was unimpressive last year too. Yeah, well, he had some decent days of practice, but I think so far in camp, he sounds like Sidney Brown big day today. That would be nice, instill some confidence in me, Sidney Brown, because I need it. Because I really worry about him, especially in pass coverage. That's where I worry about him. Oh, look at this. Look at this, guys. Don't sleep on my boy Ringo. Here you go, Elliott Shore Parks. Ringo has had a really good one-on-one session so far. That's really good. Wilson a bust, yeah. I recently bought a Kelly Green full-size helmet. I love it. I put Walter Payton sticker on it. I just put this Walter Payton sticker on it. Maybe some good luck putting it on the Eagle helmet. Where did you put the sticker? Anais is terrible. We'll see. I mean, it's been really quiet with Anais Smith. Come on. I got to wake up, man. I feel like I can't wake up. It's only 6:50 in the morning. Jeez. Oh, let me pull this up. So Brandon Lee Gouton said this: Ringo up with the first team defense in the first 11-11 for the first time since Eagles training camp, playing left cornerback with Quinion moving over to right corner. So they're putting Mitchell on the other side today. That's interesting. Who plays nickel if Cooper plays safety? Well, right now, there won't be a slot corner when he's at safety. They'll put him in at base defense. Now, if things go bad the way I say, you have to hope that a guy like Mac McWilliams could play in that slot. I mean, he's looked good so far, but you would need somebody like that to be able to step up. But it's an interesting problem, Jeffrey, 500 watch all time, and Joey. Thanks for hey Jeffrey, man. Thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate that. I generally don't get the NFL hates Jalen Hurts so much. I think it's a lot to do with people's egos and what they like to see out of a quarterback. The fact that they never said from the beginning that he was, the guy, all those kind of things. I just think if he just keeps doing what he's doing, he'll shut them all up. Looking for more updates. Not seeing anything so far. Let me see. Is this thing doing the whole top fans thing? All right, so they got the whole top fans thing going again. Can you guys see this thing at all? One cast, Vet, you're number 1 on the leaderboard. Chris Scott's 2. Clearwater's 3. Jubby is 4. Philly Oso's 5. Mean Metal Mike is 6. Mike is 7. A Warrior Rage is 8. Jai Adams is 9. St. Even is 1. And 11 is William Miller. I have no idea about this. I do not understand it. It's wild. I don't know. They just started posting this top fan thing where it's like, keep a track and giving points to people in the chat posting. Look, I used to give Cam the benefit of the doubt in that fumble he didn't jump on. Now, Evan, no, that he definitely He definitely didn't jump on that fumble. Yeah, it's some new. I don't know exactly how it works. No one drinks enough water. I know. It's true, but I got my water right here. I'm 32. This is a horseshit. What is damn son? The more you comment, the more you rise. Oh, okay, I got you. I don't. It's weird. I've never seen it. Let's see if we get any updates. I wonder how long they'll practice today. I imagine they want to go at least an hour. Elliot Park says Hurts with a really good, nice anticipation throw to AJ Brown for a 15th yard completion, so around 15 yards. Water electrolytes, poor hydration, people. Yeah. Nicholas says, "Hey, 500. What are your thoughts on the Eagles Stadium situation?" I'm hearing that there's a possibility they could build a new stadium or even a dome once the lease ends in 2032. I'm completely and 100,000% against a dome. I think a dome is the dumbest thing ever. I know they want to host a Super Bowl and they want to, but unless you make a retractable dome and you promise to never put the dome on in bad weather, for football, at least, if you only put the dome on in concerts and things like that, but if you put the dome on during like a playoff game, like let's say the Rams game last year, that Rams game is a classic game. We're always going to remember that game in the snow. I hate that they would take that away, and I also think it's a horrible thing. It's a horrible advantage, home field advantage, to take away. When you got play outside in the cold in the Northeast, you have such an advantage over teams like from the West Coast, from the Southeast. I just think it's stupid. I don't understand why the NFC North does it. Like, why would a team like Minnesota play in a dome or Detroit want to play in a dome? You've totally taken your advantage out of it, and I think that's stupid. So if they do it, I think they're going to make the Eagles soft, and I don't like it. I think you keep it. The only way I would keep a retractable roof is made the commitment that no playoff games, no games late in the season will get the dome put on. If you want to do early preseason game because of thunder and lightning, fine. But snow game stuff, that roof stays open. Otherwise, the hell with it. Laurie needs to realize the league office might not give him a Super Bowl anyways, ever with the new stadium. Eagles already being targeted about tush-push salary cap approach. Yeah, exactly. Hey, 500, how many sacks do you see Hunt and Smith getting this year? I got Nolan Smith about 13 sacks. I think Hunt between 8 to 10. Yeah, it could be retractable, so we would use it to our advantage while still hosting events. Yeah, but like here's what but the situation is this. They have a retractable roof and it's supposed to snow during the game. Are they going to put the roof on or leave it open? We know that they're most likely going to put it on. I think that's such a disadvantage. I just do. You'll never see that Shady McCoy type game again. I just don't like it. I think elements of football and the weather it's part of the game. Rocky, thank you for super chat. Goes, what up, Philly? Mukumba missing second straight practice. Yeah, don't look too much into it though, because they're in pads today. They're not going to bring him back with pads. You know what I'm saying? Thursday. We need to see him out there on Thursday. Martin Frank says, Jahad Campbell getting plenty of looks with the first team with Bond out. Pops Goddard, knocks him to the ground after a catch over the middle. Goddard held on. My man is delivering booms to Goddard. He's crushing Goddard. I love this kid. Oh, man, I love this kid. I mean, what I've heard from about Robinson is very strong, very fast. But, haven't heard a lot about, like, different practices and stuff. Snow helped us win the Super Bowl. Agreed. I read an article that the Phillies looking at getting a new. Yeah, I could understand. I don't want a dome. I don't want a dome. Unless they promise, unless they, it's in writing, we will not put it on during Eagles games. Because I think that's really the worst thing. I just think you take away advantage. You're like, Detroit, why would Detroit do that? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just here we got some more updates here. Elliot Park says Jahad Campbell is everywhere to start this team's drill. Got to Saquon on a run, then hit Goddard at the end of a catch, sending tight end to the ground. Josh Uche with a sack against second-team offensive line. That's not surprising. And Rocky, man, I really want to say thank you for that super chat, man. I really appreciate it, man. And like I said, don't look at Makuba missing second straight practice today. I don't think it's a big deal because they're in pads. But Thursday we need them back. A good catch by Goddard. Goddard's had a really strong camp so far. Philly football isn't the same with the dome. We have weather on our side. It's like Green Bay. They close Lambeau Field. The town would absolutely riot. Yeah, I agree. I mean, look how successful for how many years Green Bay has been in the playoffs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't lose playoff games. It took a long time for them to lose a playoff game at home. It just doesn't happen. But Detroit Dome, Minnesota Dome, they lose all the time. They lose all the time in the playoffs. Detroit don't even barely get there. I think it's just dumb. I hate it. I'm glad it's not until 2032, so we don't have to worry about it for a long time. But I don't like it. I don't like it, Dome. Hopefully the Eagles will be smart enough to not do it. I just think you build a different type of team. Like I feel like doing it, you're just building a different type of team. What's going on, Donnie? How are you? Jahad Campbell's Jahad Campbell's flashing today. If Ringo can't be Adoree Jackson, I think we have a problem. We need depth at corner, well, as safety. I think Adoree is competent if we need him. But listen, Ringo started today, and Ringo's having pretty strong session from what we heard. I heard Keegan's really struggling. He might be. I mean, I haven't heard anything with Keegan, and that sucks. I really thought he was going to compete. The crowd noise at the link is crazy. In a dome, it would make up for it wouldn't make up for the elemental loss. I don't believe. I think the crowd noise gets overblown. To be honest with you, like these teams, they know how to do silent snap counts. They know how to do it. They deal with it all the time. I don't think that's the same thing as having a guy hands are freezing or it's so cold he doesn't feel like being out there. Look at the Cowboys' old receiver, Amari Cooper. He comes to Philly late in December, right, BMO? And he takes himself out of the game late because he's cold. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that these teams practice against crowd noise. But elements, it's very hard to prepare for elements. And I don't think it evens out at all. I don't. Steven, what's going on? Smile Mondone is on first team during. That is interesting. What are they looking at there? That's what I want to know. See, where did you see that update at? Let me see if I can find that. If you know somebody who's posting quicker updates, let me know so I'll go to them. We went from the worst linebacker room to the best. Yeah, we got a good linebacker room. Build it with a retractable dome. If the dome is open during games, no big deal. Oh, yeah, they got a promise to keep it. Like, let's say the Eagles had a dome last year. Do they put it on or keep it off during that Rams game? See, I think they're tempted to put the dome. I think they're tempted to put the dome on, the retractable roof on. That's the problem. I don't like a dome either. The Lions fans and Viking fans are allowed in their dome, and it doesn't matter. No, they lose all the time. They lose. You can practice against that. You know what I mean? Rocky, man, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. I appreciate you so much. I'd rather just build a new outdoor stadium. Me too. I rather do too. Can't they do it in a way where it's like you get like warm heat seats? You know, let the seats be heated or something for the fans. But don't take the element of the weather out. Please don't do that. And thank you so much for the super chat. Every male Philly fan protests wear no dome fight back, right? CJ Davis, what's up? Watching you from work. Oh, thank you so much, my man. He was a dime linebacker. It's interesting though that they put him in. Did they put him on? Did they put him at first team because Bond's not in? Man, these guys are slow in the updates today. What I want to see, what I want to hear about at this practice is I want to hear how the defensive line plays. Like, I want to hear Ty Robinson. I want to hear Jordan Davis. You know, I want to hear those guys. Jeff Kerr has update. Okay, let me go to him. I'll go to him too. Last year, they came in way quicker. There you go. Here's Kerr's last few. So the Eagles have Smile Mondone, first team dime, different look. It is a different look. It's an interesting look. Ringo starts 11-11, first team full pads today. Yeah. Just got here, which I missed. Not much. Well, I will say this. The big news I would say today, two things. Two things I take out of today so far. One, Ringo is back starting with the first team. I think that's a good sign. Jahad Campbell getting first team snaps because Bond isn't practicing. He's been all over the place. He's making plays. He decked Goddard, had to help him up because they're not supposed to be live tackling to the ground, the starters. They're in full pads today. Yes. Yeah, tomorrow's a closed practice walkthrough. They do walkthrough. It's pretty late practice. They don't let the media in. You know, probably go over things they don't want them to see and walk through situation. So I think they like to do that after a physical practice also. So yeah, I won't be live tomorrow morning. Your eyes are on Sydney. Dude, I've heard nothing about Sydney Brown. I'm telling you, I have real concerns. Like everybody's worried about the cornerback spot. I'm more worried about the safety spot. Like I need Makuba, who's a rookie, to win that job. You know, that's my biggest concern. I trust that Dory Jackson can at least hold it down. You know. 500. I bet the NFL would interfere regarding a retractable roof if used for bad weather games. So we would lose the advantage of playoff games. But yeah, they would say, put the roof on. Why are you going to have snow? You have a roof. Put it on. It's exactly what they'll do. When Howie manipulates a cap, it's a heavy cash burden on the owner. The owner allows Howie to spend large amounts of cash, and owners don't. The roof is to make more money to afford these. Well, look, I have no problem with. First of all, how much does he have to make? I mean, he's making a lot of money. I mean, I don't think he's needing for money. But the other thing is, I don't mind you want to have a retractable roof for concerts and stuff. Fine, but just don't use them in football games. That's all I'm asking. Barbie the Doll Princess of YouTube says, I feel trades are coming. They could be. They could be. I think if we get trades, I think they'll be like week 2, week 3 of preseason. Vic will never trust Sidney at safety. He misses too many wild tackles. I just don't think he's great in pass coverage. I think that's the issue. A Super Bowl would bring huge money to the area. I get it. I mean, I get it. But if you go and get a retractable roof and you put it in there, or you put a dome, and you get your one Super Bowl. You get what? One Super Bowl ever in 10, 15, 20 years? How many times are they going to get? How many Super Bowls? It's a one-shot deal. If you do it, you lose the advantage of being a Northeast team in January, in December. That advantage is gone. You become like the Minnesota Vikings, the Detroit Lions, the New Orleans Saints. To me, you become a soft team. You just do. Look, I know those teams. I know the Rams ain't coming in and beating Philly last year. I knew, it wasn't going to happen. They can't win in that element. Y'all not listen to Fanny talk about Sidney Brown? Yeah, I heard him. Listen. Fangio's going to be complimentary. He's coming along. I didn't think much of it, to be honest with you. I thought he was just being nice. I am not sold on Sidney Brown. I hope he can play, but I'm not. Elliot Shore Parks is saying that Barkley has been hit a few times today. Surprised the coaches don't have pretty strict don't hit Saquon rule. Interesting. See, from my perspective, I'm a fan. I'm not making a dime on a dome. So why would I want a dome? The Bills kept their air stadium for the advantage. Why add it to Philly? No, the Bills kept it. Bills kept open air stadium for the advantage. Why add it to Philly? I agree. Well, Fangio's only straight shooting. Well, I mean, do you think that the words he's coming along? I don't know. That doesn't sound like, I don't know. Yeah, he's coming along. So how's Sidney Brown doing? Yeah, he's coming along. I mean, to me, it's kind of like I don't get a lot of confidence out of that, Saquon needs to get a little. Yeah, not too much though. Hey, 500. Oh, we're smoking lots of stogies this year. Yes, we are. Cardiac Green. Was it Cardiac Green? Thank you so much for super chat. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Said, can you give an example of Sidney being in bad coverage? I think he was good in 2023 for a rookie. I know missing tackles is a thing, but coverage was an issue to me. I think if you look at last year, specifically last year before with the injury. Now he may be coming back from the injury, may help. I didn't think he looked good. I mean, he played in the Super Bowl, right? They got in at the end. He gave up big yards. I thought, what was it? The last game of the season he played. I didn't think he was good. I think he struggles in coverage. I think that's why they went and got Makuba. I mean, why would Makuba be getting so many first team reps? And thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. Why would he be getting so much reps with the first team if they thought Sidney Brown was the guy? To me, I think I see Sidney Brown more of like a box safety. I think he would be better playing behind Reed Blankenship. But I think they like a guy that with better coverage skills as a free safety. I'm not impressed with Sidney Brown, but he could prove me wrong. I'm open to be proven wrong. Sidney's actual coverage wasn't bad. His instincts and fundamentals is bad. Safety's all about playing your zone and man coverage. He's great. We'll see if he's great. We will see. Marshall to the injury tent. Where'd you see that? Yep. Oh, here you go. Damn it. So Terrence Marshall helped off the field with a leg injury, going to the medical tent. Hopefully he's okay. He's been very good for us so far, Terrence Marshall, in practice. Hopefully it's nothing bad. No dome in Philly. I agree. Let's see if we can find. Terrence Marshall was slow to get up after 11-11 drills. He's heading into the injury tent. He was doing good, man. I would love for Sidney Brown to make a statement. Make it, baby. Make it. I know he could hit, and I like that side of his game. I really do. But I don't know. I worry about Sidney Brown as safety. I'm not a full believer yet. So Terrence Marshall went down 11-11, got up immediately, went to the sideline, went down on the ground to get looked at by trainer. Hopefully he's okay. We needed to draft another safety when we lost CJ. Agreed. And he comes in the first practices, he's splitting reps. What is that? To me, that tells me he's splitting reps with first team. To me, that tells me they can't believe in Sidney Brown that much. Mean Metal Mike says Zach Bond is going to have another great season. I think he gets better. Yeah, I think Bond's a stud. I feel like Sidney Brown's more of a free safety and can double team and make interceptions. I don't know, Billy. Listen, I hope you all are right about him. I'm going to give him a chance. I'm not going to write him off, but I have my concerns about Sidney Brown. You know, maybe last year coming back from the injury was a big part of it, but, you know, we'll see. Haven't heard much of wide receiver Gray supposedly looking great OTAs. He's not practicing. He hurt his finger. I say chop that off and let's get back in. I mean, Ronnie Lott chopped his finger off, but Gray is hurt. Yo, half a stack, they're going to get Asante Samuel Jr. That'd be interesting. If I'm trading for anyone, it'll definitely be a safety, though. Sidney is super athletic, but definitely loose cannon, which is why Vic don't trust him. He is. So did you read about Bryce Harper telling the commissioner? Yeah, I saw that. I saw it. Christian Parker will be one of the hot names for defensive coordinator after this season. We're lucky to have him for 2 years. Let me see if I can see any updates here. Hopefully Marshall's okay, man. So it looks like Marshall's going inside. You know, we haven't heard much from the defensive line today. I was hoping that we would hear more about the defensive line, you know. $500. You remember when the Cardinals were in the division? I do. I remember always having problems with the Cardinals in Philly. You know, it was just weird. I don't mind Sidney Brown, but his throttle is broken. It's like a quarterback that has no touch on throws. It's 100% all the time and can take out a lot of plays. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I like his aggressiveness. I like the way he hits. He's just got to show me he can do it, man. That's all. You know, he's just got to show me he can be the guy. I think Grant Delpit is more realistic than Derwin James. Derwin James is not going to happen. Here's the thing: is who's a guy on another team, maybe a defensive back that could play, that's playing the slot, that could play safety, somebody like that, something similar to what they did. If you guys remember with CJ Gardner-Johnson, the Eagles didn't get him till after the last preseason game. I don't think he had a week to practice and get ready for that first game. You need something like that. Ricks is getting reps. Yeah, he did. He made some plays yesterday, but I haven't heard anything today. Who do you think we should trade for, Derwin James or Budda Baker? If I had to choose between the two, it would be Derwin James, but it's unrealistic. I wouldn't mind Budda Baker. I think Budda Baker would be. I'd much rather have Budda Baker than Justin Simmons. Dehydration makes a lot. Yeah, it could be dehydration. You know, maybe cramps. I don't know. John McMullen said, wide receiver Terrence Marshall was helped off the field with a leg injury after the last set of team drills. Looked like some friendly fire went to the medical tent. Hopefully he's all right. Haven't had any updates since then. Let's see here. Whew, it's early, 7:19. Nothing yet. What games are you going to this season? As of right now, nothing. I have nothing planned. The Chargers, the Cards won't trade key starters for them at this point. No. You're going to have to find a guy similar to the way they found C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That's the only way you're going to do it. Rock the Artist, what's going on? No team wants to trade, especially best player. Agreed. What about Brandon Jones from Denver or Cam Byron? I don't know. I don't know much about him. Brandon Jones from Denver, I don't know much about him, but from Denver, Christian Parker connection, maybe. And if you guys haven't, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. We are here at 7:20 in the morning, my time, doing practice. I'll have a video later on today, too. Probably later on this afternoon. Young Ghost says, hey, 500, will all the league let us pick and choose to put the roof on, or they'll make us use it every bad weather game? I think they'll make you use it. I think if the Eagles put a dome or retractable roof on, I do not think the Eagles will keep that roof off if, let's say like the Rams game, it's going to snow or it's going to be really cold. I think they're going to put that roof on, and I think it's going to hurt us. Texas seems to have a young depth in secondary. We already dealt with them. Hey, let's call them back. I have no problem calling the Texans back and saying, we want CJ back. It's just not how it works. I know the Eagles fans, we seem to think we can get any player we want, but this time you need to find a team no chance of winning a trade with. Yeah, you're not gonna get a star player or anybody like that. But you get a guy in the last year of a rookie contract. Maybe they look, he's been a nickel corner. They think he could play safety. Something similar to C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Something creative, right? Because when C.J. Gardner-Johnson came over, he was a nickel corner. He wasn't playing safety. He only converted to safety when we traded for him. So the Eagles need to find somebody like that. That's how it's got to be done. Silas Stoner, welcome to Dingbat Nation, my man. Thank you so much. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Appreciate you. I think the Honey Badger retired. I think he retired. Yeah, and at this time of year, every team thinks they can win, so teams aren't going to trade us their top safety. It's going to be a free agent. We have nothing to trade for. Well, look, we've done it before. Look, C.J. Gardner-Johnson was a perfect example. I think you can find a similar situation like that, but it's going to take creativity. Nobody's going to trade you Derwin James. Nobody's going to trade you Buda Baker. So the best case scenario is for Makuba and Sidney Brown to work out. That's what we want. What is this? So after the Eagles' fourth offensive penalty, ref says, quote, my arms are getting sore. I haven't thrown that many flags. Jeez. A lot of flags today. A lot of penalties. Eagles were seeing players late in August. They haven't contributed to the team. Don't sleep on Howie. No, I don't sleep on Howie. For the fans, man, where a punch, stop being sensitive, right? Let's see here. The Eagles been practicing for what? An hour and 20 minutes? They're practicing long today. Nothing. We should look at Darnell Savage from the Jags. He's cheap and productive. Yeah, I'm sure the Eagles will. I'm sure they will do that. I mean, I'm sure they will do that if they feel the need to, but they're not going to do it now. You're not going to see the Eagles make a move till like week 2, 3 of preseason. 10 minutes left. You say you trade for safety instead of cornerback Makuba and Blankenship got safety when we were hoping Ringo or Dory Jet. No, I mean, I'm not looking to trade for safety. The only way I would trade for safety is if Makuba can't stay on the field. Like he's hurt right now. Let's say he's hurt long term and he's not going to be able to start. At that point, I would look for another safety. Right now, I think it's too early to tell. But I do worry. I think, to me, safety is a bigger need and a bigger problem, in my opinion, than corner. Makuba, in all likelihood, will be back Thursday. So far, no season, any injuries, anybody. So I'm good. Yeah, I agree. I think Makuba comes back, and he's going to start getting first-team reps again. And then, to me, that tells me what I really need to know about where they're at with Sidney Brown. They actually played us last year. We definitely cannot without the minimum practice. Yeah, practice is going to end shortly. Yeah. It's more likely Vic puts Coop at safety and they go to get a nickel. That is probably. See, I agree with you there. I think if the most likely scenario, if you have a real problem at safety, is they're going to put Cooper, especially if Mac McWilliams, let's say, can play slot and they really like him, or they go out and get another slot corner. I think you're right. I think that would be the play. I think they would put DeJean at safety because DeJean could play it. And apparently Vic loves them at safety. So that's exactly what I think they would do. Exactly what I think they would do. I think they would have to. I just have a feeling Makumba's going to be like Dean. He's going to flash talent, but always hurt and not meet expectations. We'll see. It's too early. What I want to see from Makumba is I didn't expect him to practice today. Tomorrow you'll close walkthrough. My hope is Thursday he's back. Tortobel says if Simmons was willing to take $4 million deal, then they should do it. They have $30 million now. $4 million is peanuts. Not sure he would sign for that though. Well, here's my question: if Simmons was such a great guy to get, why are the Eagles not signed him yet? Vic knows him. Vic's been with him. So why haven't they? That's my question. Papa Eagle fan, what's going on, man? Nah, you missed. Terrence Marshall got hurt in practice. Keely Ringo was starting at corner, which is a very, very good sign. And we've been discussing the situation at safety and corner. I'm scouring for updates. Jahad Campbell was definitely making some plays today. Makuba should play slot. I think they want him at safety. I know it's early, but I have a feeling it's not a feeling due to him banged up now. It's purely feeling with actual merit. I mean, what can you do? A feeling, we got to wait and see. I think there's no question the Eagles would rather go with the younger, cheaper players because of Carter's upcoming deal. But also Simmons might still want more cash than he's worth. Yeah, I think if Simmons was willing to play at a certain price, they probably would have signed him. Or they don't think he has anything left, They're waiting to see Makumba's ready to go. I think that's the key. I think that's exactly what they're waiting for. But I do agree with BMO. I think if Makumba can't play, I think they're going to put Cooper DeJean at safety this year. And I think they're gonna either get another slot corner or Mac McWilliams they're gonna feel can play, because I really think DeJean could play safety. Jordan Davis is skinny enough to. Who's gonna return the ball? Don't need DeJean in his arms way. Plus, well, they got the kid from Atlanta, Avery Williams. So we shouldn't see. I don't think you'll see DeJean returning. Hey, Philly, do you think we could be the first team to three-peat? Three-peat? I don't know. Let's get a two-peat. Let's get a repeat, and then we can talk about it. Blackman signed with the Saints. Did he? Bring back Eric Allen. Eric Allen probably still can play, man. Eric Allen was best corner I've ever seen for the Eagles. That's for sure. Best complete corner. No question about it. Let me see something here. Oh man, it's early. 7:30 in the morning. I've been streaming an hour. Wow. What'd you miss? The Eagles practicing today in full pads. Ringo started at corner, looked good, they said. Jihad Campbell getting first team reps, making plays. Let's see. I have no updates. Oh, here we go. Finally get something. It's Dorian Thompson time. So Ellie Short says, Dorian Thompson-Robinson with a touchdown pass over the middle from about 10 yards out. He's had a very good last 10 days. So you know they're winding down. When Dorian Thompson, when he's throwing, it's getting ready to wind down. Samuel could sign here as well. Geez, Newsome is really good. Yeah, I mean, I think there are options, but who can play slot corner? That's the question. Ringo will pan out. Cooper will play inside, outside, and safety. Mack will play inside when Coop moves safety. Defensive line pressures will be the best in the league. Repeat confirmed. I agree. It'll all work out. It's all going to work out, and we are repeating. I'm in California. Yeah, Terrence Marshall got hurt. Hey, Philly, do you hear about the Raiders players who was cut because he kissed teammate? Yeah, apparently he's a little weird with a bunch of different things, though. Yeah, I don't want Jalen Mills. I don't want him. I think Mac McWilliams will be Coop's backup at nickel. Yeah, but if let's say you have a problem at safety and you have to put Cooper there, can McWilliams play that slot corner? Agree. Sidney Brown's fast twitch goes faster than his abilities to diagnose plays. I didn't move to L.A., California, but not L.A. I moved when I got married. My wife was from here. Jeff Kerr reported the Eagles went into a situation at the goal line. Saquon Barkley took the handoff and scored. Lane Johnson yelled, he beat Cooper DeJean on the pylon. That's awesome. Let me get that up. All right, here, let me pull this up. It's hilarious. Let me see here. What the heck? All right. You guys hear me still? It's saying something. The audio was all messed up. I don't know what it's talking about. Good to see Carter out there. Yes. So Jeff Kerr saying the Eagles went into a goal line situation. Barkley takes the handoff and scored. Lane Johnson yelled as he beat Cooper DeJean on the pylon. That's in mother effer. That's awesome. I love Lane. Gotta love Lane Johnson, man. That's hilarious. Barkley sounds like he's getting some work today, though. That's good. Lane's got jokes, right? Is that true? Then you wonder if Wilkins' CT or something like that. Well, he's got some. There's other clips of him, like grabbing guys' balls and stuff while they're on the ground. Like he's got some weird things that he's done. Ethan says 99 overall. Lane Johnson. Yeah, Lane's a 99 on Madden. I mean, I don't play. I'm not playing. I have no interest in Madden because it's been so bad for so long. Most of these players probably have a small form of CTE. Impossible to tell until, I haven't heard anything about Jalen today outside a couple throws. No, kind of quiet. No, kind of quiet with the defensive line too, right? We've heard a lot about Ojomo, a lot about Jordan Davis, a lot about those guys. Seems like the pads come on, that offensive line goes to work. They're doing red zones right now. Steen is the weakest link on the offense. True, I agree. Did you see Burks got cut today? The guy Titans drafted. Yeah, I saw that. He stinks. Steen will develop. I trust Stoutland to develop the offensive alignment. I think we'll be fine. Ace Lux, man, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Shout out to you. Why not grab Asante Jr. more depth? If Fangio can fix Dean's tackling, he can fix anyone's bad tackling. Thank you so much for the super chat, Ace. I agree. I have no problem bringing him in. To me, what they said was it had to do with his neck injury and probably what he wanted. You know, could he play slot? Would he be willing to do it for 1 year? I would definitely bring him in if possible. I don't think it could hurt. I think everyone's waiting to hear about his neck. That's what it is. Undefeated this season, yep. I agree. Our O-line is good. The D-line can't do much. I mean, look, that offensive line is one of the best offensive lines, I think, since the 90s. So, you know, it's different when they're in full practice blocking and stuff. Let's see. Here you go. Lane Johnson yelled the celebrity explosive that gave the Eagles defense 2-finger salute after Saquon scored the rushing touchdown in the red zone. I love it. I love Lane. Don't sleep on Sign. I mean, I haven't heard anything about him. O'Shea forced a fumble on Hurts. Yeah, he had a sack earlier. Bald Eagle David Super Chat, man, appreciate you. Who do you think we will miss more, Fangio or Stout? I mean, at this point, that's a really good question. I think Stoutland, I think if you look at what he's done, I mean, he's developed, 3 Hall of Famers, maybe more than that. I go Stoutland right now. Dude, I think Stoutland, I just don't think that, you know, and I like Vic Fangio too, but man, Stoutland. Bro, can you imagine if the Eagles season went undefeated and got another trophy? It would literally be the greatest team of all time, not even close. Oh, I agree. Burks was amazing in Arkansas. Yeah, well, he got hurt, right? I think he got injured and they cut him. Stout, yeah. Stoutland is the best position coach in the NFL, without question. I mean, without question. He always gets that line to play at a high level. Always. Looking for any updates we got here. I imagine practice is going to end soon. Nothing. Burks fractured collarbone this past weekend and got let go. Yeah. I see a couple people go, oh, we should sign Burks. I don't want him. I think he stinks. I did see Hurts with the new Sprite. I'm going to have to drink. Well, I quit sodas. I haven't had sodas in 4 weeks. I've quit soda a month ago. And then I quit all like sweeteners. I just quit like about a week and a half ago. So unfortunately, I'm not going to have any Sprite anytime. Sign is better than Brown. His leg just isn't the same. Check out his. Yeah, well, that to me, it sounds like with him that the injury really screwed him up, you know, and so we know he's talented. I just, you know, just like, is he the same after the injury? Yeah, the Sprite commercial was great. I quit drinking alcohol and soda like 3 to 4 years ago. I had when I was at the beach, I had a couple martini, Tanqueray and tonics. That's the only drink I really like besides beer. But I had 2 all week long, and that was the first time I had alcohol in like 4 years or something. I'm not a big drinker. The older I get, the more I hate drinking alcohol. I don't know what it is, but like I drink even just like one little thing, like just even like a little wine with dinner, I get massive headache. You quit drinking alcohol last Sunday. Yeah. Bad shit happens with alcohol. Yeah. The older I get, the harder to me is to drink alcohol. I just can't do it. I just don't like the way it makes me feel. Nothing. Quit eating sugar. I just did a week and a half ago. I've quit it all. I haven't had soda in like a month. Old soda I drink is ginger ale for a year now. I've been making mine. That's pretty cool. How do you make your own? Bears cost almost as much as the Eagles. I used to go to every game, but prices went up about 130, 150 for tickets, plus parking is another 50 for minor league team. Wow, that's crazy. You gotta stop smashing the beer cans. Yeah, well that I learned. Good for you, Philly proud. Thank you, my man. Mary, I don't touch Mary J. I don't touch it. Last time I did that, as I said many times, I thought my shadow was the FBI chasing me. That was the last time. Homemade soda is a joke. I don't even know what it is. Let's see. Grab some limoncello and Presco and some Hendrix gin. Upcoming Asia. First time I bought liquor in a long time. Damn me. Enjoy your time, man. Enjoy it. Really quiet on the Nolan injury, and Aziz quiet in camp so far. I got a weird feeling we haven't seen the last of BG. You think BG's coming out of retirement? That's interesting. Now I'll say this. Aziz Ojulari, we heard. He made some plays yesterday. We heard some good things about him yesterday. Nolan's got a concussion. We got to see what that's all about. Edibles for me. I've tried edibles only only the ones with that make you go to sleep, like with melatonin in it and stuff. It doesn't do much for me. You're not really addicted, but you smoke a lot. Smoke what? If you're cigarettes, you're definitely addicted. Cigarettes were the worst thing ever, man. I used to smoke cigarettes. I quit in 2006. That was the hardest damn thing ever. That was hard. I never want to go through that again. Body weight edibles matters for edibles. Oh, I'm sure it does. That's why I took 4. I slept for 30 hours, but cigarettes, did like 3 packs. Yeah, I did about 2.5 packs a day. Marlboro menthols. That was my junks, and that was hard to quit. Nicotine patches was where that. Yeah, see, they didn't really have. I don't remember if they had nicotine patches when I quit. I just quit by just cutting. I just kind of weaned off, What's up, Major Pain? How are you? Shout out to the Discord. If you guys haven't, man, check out my Discord. It's going to be a great year in Discord. If I did go through, I weaned off the cigarettes. I weaned down to where it was I was doing a half a pack to a pack a day, and then I just quit. But I could tell you for literally 3-4 years, every time I had a dinner or certain situations, I wanted to smoke. It took about 3-4 years for temptation of it to just completely go away. I love nicotine too much. I don't want the tar from smoking. I get it. Thanks for the early bird special. Thank you, Rob. Never smoke cigarettes. Never do it. Don't do it. Nah, cigarettes don't do anything for me. I can smoke cigarettes and quit whenever I want. I don't get addicted to stuff that's good. I mean, some people are like that. I used to be like that for a long time, for years and years. I could just do it socially, you know, but then it turned into like 2.5, 3 packs a day. Marlboro 100s, 100 menthols is what I would smoke. Thanks for doing this work, fam. Thank you, Mike. I stopped smoking cigarettes by riding my motorcycle down to Key West and back. I was used to not smoking while riding my motorcycle. Interesting. Hey, whatever you could do to get off of it, get off of it. But I'm never going through that again. That's for sure. I'm not seeing any updates. Oh, I got one real. Here we go. Finally an update. Elliott Shore Park says Jeremiah Trotter Jr. with a really nice pass breakup in the end zone on a pass from Hurts to Goddard. I'll say this about Trotter every day from almost every practice, we talk about him at least once or twice making a play. He makes a play at least once or twice a day, a practice. You know, he knocks a play down, knocks a ball down, something. I like Trotter, man. Yes, definitely check out the Discord. I like Trotter, you know. So let's look at this. Here's what Fangio, I'm going to put up Fangio for a minute, talking about that cornerback 2 spot. Let's hear what he has to say. Talking about the corner. He's talking about Ringo, Dory Jackson. You don't hear that? Yeah, why can't you hear that? All right, let me figure out. I don't know why you can't hear that. That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. Let me see. You don't hear that? You don't hear that at all? Wait, I gotta see this. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why you can't hear that. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. I gotta figure it out. Don't know why. Anyways, he's basically saying what he's saying is he's basically saying that Adoree Jackson's he's gotta go out there and show it. He was at Tennessee, didn't work out. He was in the Giants, didn't work out. This is basically it for him. And if he doesn't do it and Ringo can't play, then Howie's gonna have to go out and get a corner, is basically what he's saying. Now there's a delay on your voice. Really? Oh, I think that was the phone. That should be gone now. But I just don't know why. Just don't know why you wouldn't get the sound. That's really strange. Huh. Don't know. Dan Vick is talking that shit left. Yeah, that's basically what he's saying, right? So Huey wrote this. If Ringo doesn't beat Adoree out of cornerback 2, neither of them should start because I'm not starting a game with Adoree Jackson on the outside is basically what he said. So, yeah, he's going to have to prove something. That's crazy. So Vic, oh. I hate these controls on this thing. I think Howie's going to sign Dean to a 1-year deal after season, maybe around 7.5. Doubt Dean will get multiple contracts. Yeah, I think Dean probably stays 1 more year. No, I don't think we're getting Stephon Gilmore. Vic ain't playing, though. So Vic is basically saying if Ringo can't beat out Adoree Jackson, we better go get me another corner. That's what I take from it. Sill's going to have a field day about that, right? Oh, what was said about Steen, my other question mark leading to... I mean, you know, I keep hearing people say, well, Jomo's having a big day because he got by Steen and Steen's not playing well. I don't know that that's true at all. You know, I think Steen is wait and see. I think Steen will end up being fine, but we'll see. If Campbell pans out, then I don't think they sign Dean. Question is will Dean be willing to come back cheap on a 1-year deal? Because, you know, it depends, I think, when he comes back, too, you know? All right, here we go. More updates. So Elijah Cooks with yet another great catch. McKee hit him in the back of the end zone, and Cooks fully extends to get it and keep his feet in bounds. We got to talk a little bit Elijah Cooks. Elijah Cooks is making plays every day. I think this is the 3rd day in a row we've heard good things about Elijah Cooks. That's pretty interesting to me. He's had some great catches. That's for sure. Cooks has made plays like every day. He's made big catches. Yeah, we knew this when they let Rodgers go. Slay, we knew. Yeah. I think the wide receiver 4 or 5 battles will probably be settled more in joint practice games. Well, we'll see. I mean, we'll see how Marshall is, right? We've heard a lot about Elijah Cooks. Haven't heard anything about Aniyah Smith. That concerns me. Where's Aniyah Smith? Haven't heard anything from him at all. I thought there was no practice, or is it tomorrow? No, it was today. Full padded practice today. Tomorrow they got a walkthrough closed to the media, so there's essentially no practice for me. I can't cover that. Dean would have to come back cheap. He can't demand anything with all those injuries. Yeah, I mean, well, when are they expecting Dean back? That's my question. When's Dean expected to come back? Rodgers and Burks, I still don't understand why they let them go. Yeah, I mean, they both were really cheap. I think Burks, I understand it. They've got, to me, 4 decent linebackers right now. I think they're okay. Isaiah Rodgers was only $4 million a year for 2 years to go to Minnesota. I just assumed they didn't like him. That's what I think. Yeah, tomorrow's a walk through close practice. No, Jahan ain't going nowhere, man. I think your 3 wide receivers are set, right? I think you're set with Brown, Stavante, Jahan. But then who are your 4th and 5th receivers? I would say right now it looks like Marshall, if he's still healthy and, you know, that injury ain't going to hurt him too much. And maybe Elijah Cooks is going to win a job. Don't expect to see Dean till November. Easy. Well, if you don't see Dean till November, then there, you know, he's going to be very limited in in free agency. I think he comes back 1 year cheap. Yeah, we've heard good things about Mac McWilliams. Good things. He's looked good. They think he might be able to play slot corner. Question is, how soon? Yeah, everybody's talking about Elijah Cook's catch in the back of the end zone. I'm going to be interested to see McKee. Here you go. Here's something. Let me get this. Jeff Kerr says this. Stock up for running back Shunderick Powell and wide receiver Elijah Cooks, both having good practices today. I really like hearing that with the running back on a day where you got full pads, because I think this is the best case scenario to see the running backs. Shunderick Powell making play. That's great. Park Alexander, welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So we haven't heard anything about A.J. Brown, and he had one 15-yardish catch. That was all we heard. I haven't heard anything about their battle, to be honest with you. All right, it looks like practice is finally over. Martin Frank says, that's it for Eagles practice, an hour and 55 minutes in heat and humidity, but not Christmas Day for the offense. Interesting. AJ getting shut down confirmed? I don't know. I mean, Q did a great job against him yesterday. I wouldn't say shut down, though. But that's it. Practice, an hour and 55 minutes. God, it's only 8 in the morning. Let's see here. Shunderick Powell. Interesting name. We got a game Thursday, by the way. $112 in Tennessee. Go Birds, right? Just getting it out of hand. Bubba, interesting how much lower than 2 for $5 million can go. Ringo did well. Haven't heard of him at all. No, Ringo did well. They said Ringo did well. His name came up early, and he did do well. Hertz is doing his interview, I'm sure. Team's going to go live. Yeah, team's going to go live, and Philly 500 is going to go to work. I'm not streaming Thursday's game. I'm going to watch it, but I'm not going to stream it. I'll probably just be hanging out in Discord. I think I'm going to hang out in Discord for the Hall of Fame game. So definitely check it out. They don't realize the baby's got a live. That shit at least 16 and get inside life. These babies got to live. What are we talking about? I'm so hyped for football. Me too. Yeah, players are interviewing. Philly's member for 57 months. Thanks so much. What up, 500? Hope everything's good with you, man. Everything is good, man. A little tired. It's early, but I'm gonna head to work a little early, and then come back at lunchtime and record my video for the day. Could you trade for Asante? Well, you don't have to trade for him. He's a free agent. You could pick him up right now. Burks was balling for us. He did great. The only reason to watch the Hall of Fame is to Eric Allen get interviewed. The Hall of Fame games are usually unwatchable. And you got Herbert, who shouldn't be nowhere near the Hall of Fame. Talking about how these kids just anything. Oh, Marshall Jr. Marshall got hurt. He left practice early, so hopefully he's okay. Lunch with 500. There you go. Has Jahan done anything in camp so far? Yeah, he's made some nice catches and stuff. I think Jahan Dotson's going to be all right. I'm very, very Brevard County, Florida. Shit was dummy hot past few days. Yeah, I hear it's really hot. It was hot. It was over 100 here yesterday. It's crazy. You know. All right. Well, listen, guys. Practice is over. The Eagles are, the players are doing their interviews and stuff. It's just time for me usually to go to work and get ready for the day. Then I'll come home at lunch, record a video, go edit it, and put it out later. Supposed to be 110 real here, Phil here. Yeah. That's why they practiced it early. Everybody get them likes for a minute. Yeah, please hit them like 6 o'clock in the morning stream. This is the second earliest stream we've ever done. The earliest stream we've ever done was the Eagles in London. Remember that when they played Jacksonville? I was up at streaming 4:30 in the morning. God, have a great day. All right, you too. Yep, check out the Discord. I'm gonna be hanging out in the Hall of Fame game on Discord. So definitely come hang out with me there. That'll be fun. We'll talk the game. Look forward to seeing our boy Eric Allen. But let me get out of here. Appreciate each and every one of you guys so much. We'll be back. I'll be back with a video later today. There's no stream tomorrow because Eagles are closed. They're doing a closed walkthrough. And then Thursday, we're back at it. With that said, I'm out. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Peace.
You got plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over. It's over. This game is over. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott. Trying to feed the Lamb. Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You tried to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb. God. It's over. It's over, Dak. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.